Oh boy. How's it going, everyone? This is Mitchell Mander here, and holy crap. We got more information on Ash versus Korrina again today, and it's some pretty hype information. As you can tell by the title of the video and the thumbnail, we're getting Ash's Dragonite versus Mega Lucario, and good lord, this is gonna be super hyped. Oh, it's such a freaking tease considering the series is on hiatus now because of the stupid virus. And Japan's under a state of emergency at least until June, so it's gonna be a little while before this episode comes out, so it's just crazy. We're getting all kinds of information on this episode, and yet we can't watch it for a long time. Oh boy. At least we got something to look forward to when the series comes back. And I am super excited for it. But anyways, there's some more information we got on the episode, and I'm gonna read it off to you in this video. So if you like this type of content, be sure to like and subscribe. Anyways, on to the video. So credit for this translation goes to Delfinder on Cerebeat, and Ash and Serena posted the translation on Twitter, so shout out to both of them. They're awesome. Anyways, for the purpose of this video, I'm not going to be focusing on scoop number 1, as that goes into what I think is going to be potentially happening in the next episode after the Ash versus Korrina battle, besides Morpeko, which I think is probably going to be the food culprit in episode 23. But Galarian, Farfetch'd, Sobble, and Morpeko are coming soon to the anime, but I don't want to focus on those Pokemon at the moment until we get a little bit more information on future episodes beyond Ash vs. Korrina. So with Scoop 2 in the translation here, it focuses on Ash vs. Korrina, but the main thing here is that I was correct. I had a feeling that this Pokemon Battle Festival in the Kalos region was associated with the Pokemon World Championships in some way or another. And I was right. It is indeed tied to the Pokemon World Championships. And as we find out in Scoop 3, this is actually going to be a very important one because this determines whether Ash enters the super class of the Pokemon World Championships or not, which is super awesome. That's all I gotta say is if he beats Kareena in this, he's going to the next class in the Pokemon World Championships, which is awesome. Also, we have one more point here in scoop number 4 with Go, of course, getting a ton of Pokemon from the Kalos region, which it lists a bunch of them, which I'm just gonna flash the scan up here, because that pretty much lists all the Pokemon that Go potentially will catch in this episode. And he apparently is going to play a major role in this episode, which it's basically being seen as just as important as Ash's focus on the episode as well. So I'm guessing this means that Go is most likely not participating in the Battle Festival, which, considering it's part of the Pokemon World Championships, I guess it makes sense. But I can see Reboot being very disappointed by this, but I'm just curious as to how they're going to split this off. So is half the episode going to be focused on Go catching a bunch of Pokemon from the Kalos region, and then the other half being Ash competing in the Battle Festival and then facing off against Kareena? Seems like quite a bit for one episode, in my opinion. So some quick thoughts. So obviously the biggest thing here is definitely Dragonite versus Mega Lucario, which I am 100% fine with this. We already had Pikachu versus Mega Lucario, so Pikachu had its time to shine against Kareena's Mega Lucario. So I'm glad that another Pokemon of Ash's is getting a chance to face off against Mega Lucario. And I'm actually pretty satisfied that it's Dragonite. Dragonite hasn't done a whole lot in the series so far. It did battle in the raid battle back, I believe, in episode 15-ish, or 14. Somewhere back then, I believe it participated in a battle against Golurk. But ever since then, it hasn't really done a ton. So I'm pretty satisfied that we're getting a pretty important battle here, as this battle will determine whether Ash enters the super class or not. Which, I'm going to be honest with you, I'm pretty sure that Ash is entering the super class. It'd be kind of lame and it'd be a little disappointing if Ash lost to Kareena again after defeating her back in the Kalos when she was when Ash was competing in the Kalos League and went to get her gym badge. So yeah, Ash is definitely taking the W here. And considering the episodic nature of the series, it wouldn't make sense for Ash to lose and then come back like 5 episodes later and re-challenge Kareena. So yeah, Ash is finally entering the super class of the Pokemon World Championships, which is super exciting. So judging by this information that we're getting here, it appears that Ash versus Korrina is just going to be a 1v1 battle, so Dragonite versus Mega Lucario. And Riolu is not going to be participating. He may possibly participate in other battles in the festival, but it looks like for Ash versus Korrina specifically, it's going to be Dragonite versus Mega Lucario, which, of course, like I said earlier, I'm fine with. But I see Riolu getting a little bit inspired here and kind of just watching the battle. Maybe it realizes how strong Korrina's Mega Lucario is, and it wants to be just like it. And maybe one day, it'll become a Lucario itself and surpass Korrina's Lucario, which would be pretty cool to see. And maybe we'll finally get Ash having a Mega Pokemon. Oh man, one can dream though. The only concern I do have for this episode at the moment is the fact that Go's focus in the episode is being treated as equally important to Ash's focus in the episode, which I feel like this is a bit problematic. It could result in some pacing issues just because we're seemingly cramming a lot of stuff into one episode. If this is going to be just a one episode deal, we're getting Ash competing in the Pokemon Battle Festival in Kalos, defeating one opponent after another before facing off against Korrina. And then we have Go catching a bunch of Pokemon in the Kalos region. It feels like we're getting a lot in one episode, that's for sure. I almost feel like it would be better off being a two-parter with the Battle Festival continuing on in the next episode, and maybe Go catches more Pokemon in episode 26. So episode 25 is when everything starts. Ash and Go arrive in the Kalos region. Ash starts participating in the Battle Festival, and Go starts catching Pokemon in this episode. Then we go into the next episode. The Battle Festival continues and concludes with Ash winning against Kareena and Go catching even more Pokemon in that episode. I feel like if it was split into two episodes, it'd be probably paced perfectly. I don't know, putting this into one episode feels like a lot for like 20 minutes. So I guess we'll find out how it's handled when the episode airs, whenever it does air, that is. So that's all I got for this video. So guys out there, tell me what you think. Are you excited for Ash versus Korrina, specifically Dragonite versus Mega Lucario? Are you excited for Ash to rank up and enter the super class of the Pokemon World Championships and face even stronger opponents? And are you excited for Go to catch new Pokemon in the Kalos region? Anyways, post your thoughts in the comment section down below. Be sure to like and subscribe. I'll talk to you guys later. Stay safe out there, everyone.